Welcome to Taupo International Motorsport Park and the start of the Castrol Toyota Formula Regional Oceania Championship. In a series which will include 5 venues, 15 races and over 3,500 kilometers of racing for these young F1 or Indy hopefuls, it's the ultimate fast track experience. Let's take a look at the teams and drivers for 2024. M2 competition looked like this. 19-year-old Polish-British driver Roman Bielinski drives the number 4. The number 7 is an Alpine Academy driver from Italy, just 16 years of age, Nicola Corte. Then in the number 16 from South Korea, 19-year-old Michael Shin. Local man and returning to the championship, Liam Skeets drives the number 23. While we welcome the number 39, the F4 champion from Shenzhen, China, Gerard Z. This year, Jarvis Motorsport have the man from Invercargill just coming up through the ranks in New Zealand, Alex Crosby. Backed by Roden, this could be a great opportunity for him. Christian Mansell is probably the most experienced driver in the field. The 18-year-old, though, only doing the first 2 rounds of the series. Driving the number 739 is 21-year-old American Lando Matriano Lim. Finally, Caleb Nato returning to the championship, the 21-year-old from New Zealand. America's most successful junior team, Kiwi Motorsport, bring a host of Americans down to New Zealand. Number 31, Titus Sherlock from Prosper, Texas, gets his chance at just 19 years of age. Then there's the 21-year-old Jake Bonilla, a very good success story over in the States. Can he do it here? Jet Bowling starting out in the number 22, the 18-year-old from Dallas in Texas. And finally, the F4 champion from Canada, Patrick Woods-Toff. What can he do on international shores? And finally, a welcome return for the M-Tech team from Australia, run by Bruin Beasley, and he brings young Australian Tommy Smith in the number 6. Also returning to the series for M-Tech, number 5, Lucas Vicori. Caden Prost is a young New Zealander. He drives the number 48. And Elliot Cleary, another Australian, in the number 19, just 17 years of age from St Kilda, Australia. Now, to officially kick off the season, the teams and drivers were treated to a traditional Maori welcome, the Porfiti, leaving no doubt that the 5 weeks ahead will be a very special experience for all the visiting guests.
Welcome to Taupo International Motorsport Park. Track length 3.3 kilometres, New Zealand's only Grade 2 FIA circuit. With a total of 14 turns, turn 9 is an absolute action zone. Very, very high speed through here, as we can see with last year's champion, Charlie Wirtz.
Well, the man of the weekend so far has been this man, Christian Mansell. He's in pole position. Alongside him, Roman Bielinski, we just spoke to him. The F4 champion of China, Gerard Z, is in row 2. Alongside him, the Kiwi favourite, Liam Skeets, or at least one of them. Then it's Crosby and Shin, the South Korean, alongside the man from Invercargill, Lucas Vicori. Behind him, then it's Probst, Smith, Tommy Smith, coming back, having done this series a few years ago. Jet Bowling, his first race ever in the series. Likewise, the young 16-year-old Italian Nicola Corte. Elliot Cleary alongside Matriano Lim, the man from Shreveport, Louisiana, alongside the Australian, and Bonilla and Woods-Toff. Out go the lights, away we go, foot to the floor in 24, and already a spinner, and that's Matriano Lim, I think. Yes, it is, and he's also held up the man behind him, but yeah, just a little bit too wheel spin. I would not put any blame on him. That could happen to anybody. But luckily, just 2 cars involved in that, and the rest of the field flies away. Belinsky taking the lead.
Yeah, so we look at it, you can see actually Lecorte does stall off the line here, and then unfortunately the car behind. So as the lights go out, the stall, and then just clips him just as he comes through. On the exit here is Roman Belinsky. Nice little start sideways.
This is a chance for Mansell now as the green flag waves. He goes to defensive now. Mansell goes around the outside. Shin still third. And a good defensive position. He made a mistake on the restart there, did Belinsky, but he recovered well. But Mansell's all over his tailpipe. And it's going to be a matter of time before Mansell makes a move, I'm sure. But he's right there. They're moving away from Shin in third place, but a good restart by the front 2. And here comes Mansell up the inside. Ooh, that was risky business.
Yeah, big move up the inside there. They're still side by side.
Mansell's through. Or is he?
Not quite enough. On the wrong side of the track. They were side by side down into there, but that's the spot Belinsky wanted to be, on the inside. To come up through the very, very fast turn 9. Hard for Christian Mansell to hold him behind here with all the aero wash, but he's done a good job. He's still nice and close.
Look at Skeets now sniffing in 5th place because this battle for 3rd is heating up nicely. Nato not able to get past Shin, and that's bringing Skeets into this game. Fastest lap so far, though, a 25.0 by Christian Mansell. He's now replied to Belinsky, so those two stuck together like glue. And Nato will want to clear Shin as soon as he can. Shin doing a good job. New fastest lap now at 1:24.7 from Belinsky, so he's up the pace again. And Roman is flying. Good to see him.
Yeah, he's taken it to another level now. He's under no pressure at all from Mansell anymore. He's really starting to come into his own. He's just sailing away 0.3 of a second quicker than Mansell on their last lap.
Now, I mentioned the Tasman Trophy. There are 7 drivers eligible for that. That is Australians and New Zealanders racing in this series. And so one of those lucky 7 will race over these 2 weekends, 6 races in all, to decide who is the Tasman Trophy winner. It's going to be interesting to see how the leading New Zealander makes it through here. He'll want to pick off Shin if he can. Nato, of all people, knows how important every point matters in this championship. Well, Roman Belinsky is absolutely taking it to the rest of the field. He will be doing the full championship, and he now is laying down his marker. It's a polished performance by the pole, for sure. And comes across the line again, and the last lap is out. And so, whoa, spinner.
Caden Prost.
That's Caden Prost.
Another Kiwi.
One of the Kiwis, yeah.
Fortunately, not a good spot to end up there, so maybe we get a replay, see what happened there, but the man of the moment,
yeah,
Belinsky.
Yeah, fantastic. What a performance this has been. He gets the fastest lap at 1:24.7, really putting down a marker. He's 6.4 seconds ahead of the pre-season favourite, which was, of course, Christian Mansell. And I say favourite, not for the title, but to certainly make the impact in the first weekend. It's only race 1 of 3, so don't count Mansell out just yet. But this has been an accomplished performance by the M2 competition man, and just what he wanted to get his start to the season. And those that have raced in this series, including yourself, will know what it means to get that first one on the board and do it in such style.
Yeah, it's a super important thing, and to do it this convincingly as well. He is way ahead at the moment, and he's just looking so comfortable in that car.
Well, here he comes out down the ITM, the Dale ITM long back straight to take the complex for the last time. Mansell's in the background, but he's some 6 seconds behind. But this has been an accomplished performance by the number 4 from the front row. He looked very good all weekend, and now it's Belinsky. Brilliant at Taupo, brilliant stuff. M2 competition have done it again. Second is Christian Mansell for Australia, and a well-placed 3rd by Michael Shin of South Korea.
Roman Belinsky, got to say, man, that was a dominant victory with the capital D.
Yeah, I mean, very happy. So thank you to all the boys and girls at M2. They've done a mega job, and we worked really hard. And yeah, to come out with a victory is great.
Yeah, your engineer Victor said you're very good at finding the right balance and managing the tyres. Thinks you might use those tomorrow. Happy for that?
Yeah, let's see. I mean, I also picked up a lot of stuff on the in-lap, so I don't know if they're so good now, but yeah, I mean, I just can't thank everyone enough, and also my parents for bringing me out here. It's an amazing experience here in New Zealand, and loving every bit of it.
So first blood to the Polish driver Roman Belinsky, but he and the rest of the podium will have their work cut out in race 2. Coming up after the break, it's a reverse grid top 8. Join us then. Welcome back to Taupo International Motorsport Park as we get ready for the start of race 2, which even included a flyover from the New Zealand Air Force. Taupo is known as the events capital of New Zealand, and the most visited of them all is the Hooker Falls, with 220,000 litres of water cascading down it every second. But when it comes to racing drivers, the only way to visit it is in the fastest boat around.
Hi, Christian here. Just finished the run in the jet boat, and I can definitely say that I am winded, sore, probably going to be bruised, and overall, I'm just, I have no words. It was such a fun experience. I hope that I can do this again one day, and I think I speak for everyone. That was a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I can't urge you enough to try this yourself. It's such an adrenaline-filled experience, and it's definitely nothing like driving a race car on that level, but it certainly gets you close to that level of adrenaline, and I'm just so happy that I've gotten to do this, so a big thank you.
So as you can see, we are ready for the second race here at Taupo. In pole position, Crosby, then Tommy Smith alongside him. Gerard G of China alongside Liam Skeets. And then on the next row, it's Natoa of New Zealand and Shin of South Korea. Then Mansell and Belinsky, the top two from race 1, and they start 7th and 8th. Fakuri, the Brazilian, and Cleary, the Australian, for M-Tech, both of them. Then Titus Sherlock from Kiwi Motorsports in the US of A, likewise fellow American Jet Bowling alongside him. Caden Probst is in 13th position, and Jake Bonilla of San Antonio. In the USA, Matriano Lim of Giles Motorsport starts 15th, and Patrick Woodstoth, he's had a rough time of it, starts 16th, and LaCorte, the young 6-Italian, starts right at the back. Up go the revs. Out go the lights, away we go! And Mansell flips out early on in the 71, but Crosby comes across to defend. Nicely done, good start by the youngster in his first rookie season, and he takes the whole shot and the lead into the first corner, and everybody's cleanly through, including at the back, Matriano Lim. A little bit of grass and dust flying up there, but no harm, no foul, and everybody cleanly through the first few corners. Nice start.
Yeah, it was. Just notice a little lock-up from Liam Skeets as well, so that's going to play on his mind just a little bit down here.
But he's got past Smith.
He has. He's done very, very well there to make that move happen, but that little lock-up, not ideal to get the tyre like that, but he'll settle into rhythm. He's got that experience now. He's not the rookie that he was last year, so he's got the pace. Let's see what he can do with it.
All right, coming into 7 and 8, and then we'll get that slingshot through 9. So essential to get the grip and get the drive out of that corner, because it's a long way down to the mini hairpin that is 11. But look at this, building already. Crosby, confidence abounds with this youngster. He is probably the least experienced of all of them, and he's showing Skeets 4th in the championship last year. The way to go at the moment, down the Dale ITM, long back straight, and already Crosby building again on that lead.
I think it's quite interesting as well, the fact that he's able to build that lead like that. That P2 qualifying position for this afternoon's race will be giving him massive confidence here. He's not driving in the mirrors. He knows he's got speed to win a race. He's not just relying on this reverse grid race. He is capable of a great result here. Look at him, he's just pulling away.
It's great stuff, and you know, of all people, oh, big lunge here. Oh, and up the inside, that was risky business by Xi on Tommy Smith, but he's made it stick. Nicely done by the Hong Kong-born driver and Formula 4 champion of China. Nicely done. He's getting to grips with FR nicely.
Is that Top coming past?
It is. Well, Top and Mansell, these two are having a real ding-dong battle. And Woods Top, the Canadian F4 champion, holding off Christian Mansell. A couple of podiums in FIA F3. This bodes well. And he's holding off Christian Mansell. Oh, off goes Titus Sherlock in the 31. Oh, and he's broken his suspension. That could cause a red flag, because as you can see, he's freewheeling Texas style. Let's have a look at what happened. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's with Lecorte. That's the second time Lecorte's found himself in a tussle.
We're back underway. The safety car, the GR Supra, is back in the lane, and we're underway. Can we see Alex Crosby pull a nice big lead again?
Well, he's done
Kiwis
well.
out front.
Nicely done. Crosby got away well. Skeet's second. Jinx to the inside, but he's not close enough to make a move just yet. Battle's going on further back down. Facuri trying to hold off the 7 of Lecorte. Now, can Crosby build? He knows the tracks. That's the big advantage Crosby's got, perhaps, over some of the competitors. Not so much Liam Skeets, but certainly some of them. Mansell, again, in the thick of it with another lunge up the inside. Can't quite do it. Facuri has gone off. And another big off for the young Brazilian, making his second-year appearance here.
Is there contact between these two?
Yeah, I think so.
Just in the apex here.
Yeah, 2 tyres. Boom.
Ooh.
No suspension broke, but almost a similar accident, and it threw him up in the air a little. And we've seen that so many times here at Taupo. And Facuri, just a passenger then.
So we've got a position change between Skeets and G there. I just thought I caught it in the corner of my eye just as we switch cameras there.
As you can see, the safety car has come off. We're about to go green again. Alex Crosby's got it all to do, but now he's got the young Chinese right behind him. The 2 youngsters, the 2 rookies going at it. Remember, there's prizes for the rookies as well, and these 2 are in that hunt. Skeets holding third, but look at this. Tommy Smith under massive pressure, and sure enough, Belinsky gets through. Roman Belinsky makes a place and throws some dust in the face of Tom Smith as well. Kiwi fans, Caleb Nartoa in 7th. He's dropped 2 places from his starting position. Obviously, Skeets is up there in 3rd, but the race is led by the young Kiwi, Alex Crosby. What a great story. Belinsky again on Skeets, clean as you like. And are queuing up to get past Crosby, but Crosby doing a really good job. Remember, this is his first weekend in this category. I've never seen anything like this. This is really good. He's sliding every which way. But here comes Belinsky around the outside now. Surely down the back straight, he's going to get the slipstream and make a move into 12. How would you do it if you were 3rd?
You'd be doing all you can, just put that pressure on and just try find the weak spots of the car in front. Down into turn 11 is always a good spot, and also turn 5 is another one, turn 1 as well. But at this point for Belinsky, he's just looking every way he can at where the weak spots are.
Xi for the lead! And the red and white Chinese driver takes the lead in that car, and it gets a round of applause from M2 competition. That was sterling overtaking, and here comes Belinsky up the inside. He's got the line, and he's going to go for it into 2nd, and he does so. Crosby goes from 1st to 3rd in a matter of 2 corners. That's the sign of somebody who is hanging on to those tyres. No disrespect, Crosby's driven brilliantly, but maybe, just maybe, as you pointed out, the tyres just aren't with him now.
Yeah, for sure. They've certainly gone off, and you can see Skeets as well. Even Skeets is on the back of him, so he's certainly lost the best of those tyres. Alex Crosby.
Oh no, we've had a big accident. There we go. Mansell's gone off and taken one of our hoardings with him. I'm wondering whether he's come together with Nartoa, yeah. Ah, it is Nartoa. Look at that. He's got a bent suspension too. He's going to try and get it, limp it back to the pit.
The racing continues.
And it is last lap
of the race.
Good. Well, lovely news is that Mansell's car is in a safe position, and the race director is saying, go for it. Let's go. And so that's exactly what Belinsky's going to try to do. He's going to hound Xi all the way to the finish. But what a wonderful moment this would be if China got on the board with this young man in his rookie season. Crosby's going to make the podium. We'll have a front row start for the feature race. And last lap, 125.6, sorry, 127. That shows you how much he's dropped off from his fast lap. That's Alex Crosby. He was a 125.6, so he's dropped off dramatically in terms of how he's gone from fastest to now almost his slowest time. G holding on. Less than a lap to go. Gerard G, the Formula 4 champion of China.
and Patrick Woodstoth in the background as well. That is a massive drive off near the back of the grid up to P5 as well.
Yeah, it really is.
That's certainly something. That's needed the driver of the race to be able to come through the field like that. And also Belinsky as well to start off the back of that reverse grid race up to P2 is a seriously good effort. So we're really starting to see the shape of this championship.
Into the last complex, the Repco complex they come. Gerard G on his way to victory as a rookie will win his first Castrol Toyota Formula Regional Oceania Championship race. Takes the checkered flag, but the championship leader, Roman Belinsky, extends his lead in the championship with a brilliant second place. And Alex Crosby started pole, but will finish on the podium.
Congratulations, race winner from P3. How does this make you feel?
I'm speechless, to be honest. Yeah, at the start we sort of get a bit slow offline, but we managed to do some good overtakes and get first place. So very good. Thank you for the team, like prepare this kind of car, and my manager, like my family. Yeah, wow, I'm just speechless.
Jared, let's talk about getting through the field. I mean, you start P3, but you really had to work for it. At what point did you feel like, actually, I can win this race?
I think from like when I overtake my teammates Liam, and after that it's sort of like a safety car, and I saw the car in front is sort of struggling a bit. I mean, wow, I might win this, so I just go for a move and stick with it.
Congratulations, mate. Get ready for the podium.
Yeah, thank you.
So Gerard G says he's speechless. He does his talking on the track. A win in race 2 for him. And one more race, the feature race of the weekend, the Denny Hull Memorial Trophy, coming up. Welcome back to the Castrol Toyota Formula Regional Oceania Championship. Round 1, just the feature race to go. And on the front row, one of the favourites for the overall title, 4th last year from New Zealand, Liam Skeets.
Welcome, and we can kind of kick off with the congratulations as well. Winning the Tony Gwynn Foundation, what was that like? What did it mean to you, and how pressure-filled was that?
Yeah, that was a very exciting day. I mean, high intensity, yes. It means the world to me, really, having the Tony Gwynn Foundation support behind me, and to be able to represent them in this championship this year. Yeah, it's an honour, really.
You've got 17 drivers from all around the world. Do you feel like the competition has stepped up another level this year?
Yeah, I can't wait, really, to go wheel to wheel with them. You know, I've met all my teammates, they're all great people. So yeah, I'm excited.
When you look back on last season, what were the learnings for you that you're bringing into this year?
Yeah, I mean, so many learnings to take away from it. It was my first year in Wings and Slicks cars on an international level. I started off last year in the CT Frock Championship. It was a good surprise, to be honest. But no, we weren't focused on results at all. It was just about learning, developing, growing as a driver on and off track. And then, yeah, Japan, it was sort of like the perfect situation to happen because I wanted to finish school last year, racing on world-class tracks like Suzuka and against, you know, very strong Japanese local drivers who had great track knowledge, very experienced as well in vast categories.
Is IndyCar still a big target for you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was a great test with TJ Speed over there. Opened my eyes to a new environment again. It was great to experience the Japan and USA environment. To be honest, you know, the Indy route or Japan route, there are only really two options because Europe is so expensive, so it's out of the question. So again, for the US, I'd love to return there. I mean, I'm focused on, after CT Frock finishes, to find the budget to be able to do a full season in Japan or the US. So yeah, really just banking on a good performance in CT Frock, and then that can enable me to hopefully move over there.
How important is it being with Mark Pilcher and M2 competition?
Yeah, I mean, it's the best team on the grid, in my opinion, and a lot of other people's. It gives me great confidence having this, you know, professional, world-class team behind me.
But clearly, Liam Skeets, as a driver, has grown ahead of this second session of the Castrol Toyota Formula Regional Oceania Championship. We hope you enjoy it. Go get them, and we look forward to seeing you on the podium during the year.
Thank you very much.
Let's take a look at how we stand then, because Alex Crosby now moves up, and this is your front row. 2 Kiwis, just what we want. 41 and 23. Important race for both of them. But it's an equally important race for the second row as well, because Caleb Natoa needs a podium. He needs that confidence. Belinsky, well, he's the man to stop. He starts fourth. I wouldn't say he's going to take it easy, but he won't get into trouble. He'll try to see if he can get that podium and continue to extend that lead. Mansell's got it all to do. G is alongside him. Christian Mansell needs a clean race. Not the easiest of weekends, having had 2 poles. Shin and Cleary. It's been a great start to his career at MTech Motorsport. Elliot Cleary, just 17 years of age. 16-year-old Lacorte from Italy. He needs a good result too. And Patrick Woodstoth, he just needs some luck. Poor lad. He's quick. We know he's good. Caden Prost, another young Kiwi, starts in P11, and alongside him, Titus Sherlock, who also had an off last time out, not his fault, no penalty. Bowling, behind him from Dallas, Texas, Thomas Smith from the Gold Coast, MTech Motorsport alongside him. Lucas Facuri from Sao Paulo, and Landon Matriano Lim, what a great racing name, Giles Motorsport, and enjoying it, got his first top 10, and he is Cock-a-Hoot, and Jake Bonilla of San Antonio, Texas, starts at the back. Out go the lights, away we go. Facuri gets away well. Look at Mansell screaming across the track to the outside. What a start by the Australian. And he's made up several places and trying to get into second place. Mansell, wow.
Already next to Polinsky as well, so this battle is 3 wide.
And that was sensational. Mansell dives into second place after what was going to be a tough race. He's just put himself in the hot seat. Nicely done. Meanwhile, out front is Liam Skeets, who gets away first, and Crosby struggling after that not brilliant start, but Skeets it is who leads. Mansell somehow still struggling for second place, but he's just holding on to it. Now we've got the battle royal, Belinsky and Mansell.
Massive start there by Mansell there to get all the way through. Polinsky as well, he will be frustrated that at this point he's already got Mansell up ahead of him, but already the drivers will be thinking about this long race, settling in, try not to overheat the tyres, try not to lose any grip. You don't want wheel spin, you don't want understeer. Just look after them as much as you possibly can.
Skeets is off to the races, he's gone. Look at him, 2 or 3 car lengths, but Mansell's gone with him, and that was I'd love to see that start again, because that was just picture book. I hope he didn't jump anything, and I can see his engineer on the wall at the moment, just nodding and smiling across to Stephen Giles, the team manager. What a beautiful sight. New Zealand in the sunshine here at Taupo. Into the final, Repco 12, 13 and 14, and a beautiful shot there from the drone.
Doesn't get much better, and the biggest loser out of all that was Crosby. He got a shocker of a start down into 4th place. He sort of got cornered down into turn 1 with nowhere to go. And this is interesting. It looks like Polinsky at this point of the race doesn't have much pace, but this is purely down to that tyre management. He's showing real maturity with the way he's able to look after these tyres. As Mansell's done the opposite. Mansell's gapped it. He's gone quite quick. He's now catching Skeets out in front, but at the same time, Skeets will have his engineer in his ear telling him, tyres, look after those tyres. And at this point, I don't think we've seen the last of Belinsky here. He's just building.
Yeah, the smart move by Belinsky is not to get panicked at this point. Let them fight. Let them do what they do. It's a long, long race yet. 20 laps to go. That's more than any of the races we've had so far.
Yeah, by a long shot. And it's as hot as it's been the whole weekend. So this is all unknown territory. No one's been here yet. So they've only got to sort of guess and work their tyre pressures around what they previously know. But at the same time, they've got these engineers from all around the world here, which have done a lot of miles with these tyres. This is where those sort of engineers become so important. As you can see, Mansell there just showing his nose just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to be interested to see Liam Skeets getting into a scrap here with a more accomplished and experienced driver like Mansell. And Mansell, as you can see, already doing those intimidating tactics. You can see that jig was going nowhere. That was just a, hey, I'm here, hey.
Yep. I'm going to show you me in my mirror just so you have to look at me. And that's all it takes.
Oh, Mansell! Oh, nicely done. And Mansell just needs to hold it all together. He's got the snake arms going, for sure, because he was grabbing at the wheel there, but he's got the lead. And the Australian 18-year-old from Newcastle in Australia has now started to show his class in the Castrol number 71. I tell you, watch his hands on the wheel. He's working that wheel for sure.
Yeah, as you can see on the exit there, as he gets the power down, hands straighten up a little bit. But yeah, Mansell's said, look, if Mansell's car's already moving around a little bit in the rear, so he's going to be in a world of hurt later in the race if it keeps going this way.
Woodstock in the 14. Spare car, in fact, they have to change out because of the electrical problems. So the Toyota people gave them a chance to swap out the car, which they've done, and so it's a brand new car. And I talked to Woodstock about it, and he said, you know, if we had this car on Wednesday, yeah, it'd be a bit more settled. But right now, it's fast in a straight line. It's a brand new car. The rest of it, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, there's a bit to learn at this point, but at least he's got the team around him to get on top of it, and we've seen how seriously quick he is with what he did earlier on. So he'll be pressing on, and this will not be the last we see of him, that's for sure. Look who's coming. Yeah. Belinsky. Yeah. He is starting to close up. Sorry to jump up there in my seat.
No, you're right.
I sort of noticed out of the corner of my eye. Belinsky is starting to buy into this race.
Yeah. Mansell's just on the fastest lap, a 1:25.6. But as you say, Belinsky in third, ahead of Crosby, and there you see those are the laps versus Skeets in the last couple of laps, and you can see he's beaten them every time.
Yeah, just all of a sudden you can see he's just really starting to close in on the back of Skeets there.
Now, come on, Andrew. Let's put your racing pants on. If you're the number 4, where do you make your move here at Taupo to get past that man ahead of you?
As quick as possible. You've got to get the move done. And you can see the two engineers there talking. I'd say Belinsky's engineer will be quietly asking, can we come through? Can we come through, please? Yeah. We don't want to burn our tyres to try and get to Mansell up ahead. But that is the thing. You need to get through as fast as you possibly can. Yeah, absolutely, being teammates. That's why you wouldn't be surprised if engineers are having a chat here. But at the same time,
into 12?
Yeah, man, we've seen the move quite a few times. It seems to be a bit of an unusual move, but it's happened a few times.
Here we go.
As you can
Looking
see,
for it.
Right up the inside, on the dirty line. Got it done. Needed to get it done quick, and he's made it happen.
Well, Skeets didn't give him much room, but he took it, and that's a great move.
But this has worked out well for Mansell as well up front. It's enabled him to give those tyres just a little bit more of a breather to be able to have something to fight with later on. There's no point in trying to gap even further, just in case there's a safety car, and then you've got no tyre to fight with at the end. But at the same time, we'll just keep an eye on the lap times as we keep going. But Belinsky is looking racy out there.
Top man at the moment, Mansell, leading the way, and he deserves a win, does Christian, for sure. He's been pole for both qualifying sessions, and look at him still fighting the car. He's pushing on, isn't he?
He's having to work the wheel real hard there. So you can see that those rear tyres are starting to get pretty baked on that car, but has he got enough pace? You can see a little bit sideways on exit there as well. Those tyres are protesting.
Yeah, no question about it. And here is the form of Belinsky. Nice and smooth, Roman.
We're only just over halfway through this race, so that shows how long we've got to go. And you can see the attitude. Oh, Belinsky there, he's settling him to work the car. A few of them sideways through there, so it shows where those tyres are. They're all starting to go away. But the unknown is, where's the cliff? Where are these tyres going to start really falling off?
Look at this battle. G in big pressure now from the Canadian Woodstock. Look at him trying to defend. Do your tyres go off more when you're chasing?
They go off when you get into that aero wash. So at this point here, when you're stuck behind the cars, you can see Patrick Woodstock there trying all he can to get through. When you don't have that amount of aero that you want, if you don't have clean air, the car's not getting pushed to the ground at the same level. So what's happening? The tyres ended up compensating for that, and the tyres end up doing more work because the aero is not as efficient as it should be. Gotcha. So that's why the tyres end up getting worn out more. So as soon as you get underneath the car, you've got to get that move done as soon as you can.
And that's why we have Andrew Waite sat right here in the commentary box, because we're all learning here, not just the drivers.
As Belinsky is putting all sorts of pressure on, and this is the part of the track that Mansell knows he needs to get a good exit, manages to get a good exit out of here, but as a slipstream, this is the opposite effect of the dirty air. You get that slipstream effect, you pull in that little bit closer.
Oh! Woodstock going into the dirt for a second by the looks of things. We go back to the leaders. We just saw the back end of that, but that was right in the dirt. But Belinsky all over the back of Mansell. And while we talked about the aerodynamics and the physicalities of all this and the physics of how the tyres works, there's also a psychological battle. We see it in sports car racing all the time, and I call it hounding. Hounding from behind, forcing the guy in front of you. You may not want to overtake him. Force him into a mistake instead.
Yep, it's a really important part of it as well, is trying to get that driver in front to be forced into a mistake. And when we say a mistake, we're not expecting Mansell to go flying off the track with a mistake. all he needs to do is miss a brake marker by a tiny amount, or not clear the brake properly and force a lock up. And it's just those little things you're just expecting 1%ers, because you think about these drivers are driving at a massively high threshold.
Here's that, well, he was miles out,
Yeah,
wasn't
he
he?
just got caught out in the dirty stuff there. And once you get caught out in those marbles, as we call them, which is all that rubber pickup, once you get caught in that, it's real hard to come back.
Let's just remind ourselves, Mansell came from nowhere in the mid-pack, having had a penalty from the pole. We knew he was fast, but he made a scintillating start, went round the outside, got into second place, now leads this race, and now Belinsky has caught right up with him, and it's now a big fight to the end. Who's going to last the tyres? Who's going to last the last 5 laps? And it's he who dares wins between these two. And look how close Belinsky is now.
Belinsky all over the back of him through here. Are those tyres of Mansell's getting worse? As he looks to the left, looks to the right, can he set himself up for a dive down into turn 5? Mansell thinks better of it, knows what was going to happen there. And then Belinsky just needs to work on getting that throttle on, not tearing those tyres up too much.
Well, they raced each other in F4 in the UK. They know each other well. We went jet boating earlier in the weekend. They're good mates, as it were. They get on well, but right now the gloves are off. Meanwhile, in third, Skeets waiting to pick up the pieces. Crosby behind him, so the two Kiwis going at it. The Tasman Trophy is obviously up for grabs as well. Mansell knows that, so too does Skeets and Crosby. Off comes the visor strip from Mansell. Nice and coolly done as he dives into turn 1. 4 to go. The Castrol, whoa, and off goes the 22, the American. That's Jet Bowling, and he just skittled that one as a bowling man. Never mind.
This is a good battle between Nicola and Caleb Nato as he gets through.
The Corte straight through the Italian, the Alpine Academy driver.
Yeah, I think at this point in the race, I don't think you've got time to sit and be patient with this move. You've got to get it done, because every lap that we see Belinsky sitting behind Mansell there, the advantage is dissipating more and more, but he's up the inside. Can he stay right in there?
Belinsky on the dirty side of the track and has to pull out of it, but he's got him. Into the lead goes Roman Belinsky of M2 competition over the Giles man, and Mansell's got it all to do, but has he got the tyres to fight back? 3 to go.
I'd say there might have been a little bit of a mistake down in that far corner from Mansell, because obviously Belinsky got a really, really good run there, but yeah, not ideal for Mansell, but Belinsky, he's been patient, he's looked after that tyre as much as he can. And
well, Hunter becomes hunted now, because Mansell's all over the back, and he's going to play the same game that Belinsky's been playing with him, which is to try and force him into a mistake and try to stay on the level surface with him and try and make one more pass before the end of this race. China, USA and Canada embroiled in a 3-way battle in the midfield. Sherlock in 9th position, Z in 8th ahead. Woods Toft in 10th at the moment, and it's intense as a wheel just drops there for Titus Sherlock, who had an off in the previous race, and in fact just behind Woods Toft is Tommy Cleary, and here he goes again. Sherlock locking up, and that was nicely done. Well done by the man from Prosper, Texas. Makes his move, and that's how it's done. You're not missing anything at the front. It's still Belinsky out front, Mansell still with the fastest lap, but in second. Clock ticking down though. Woods Toft goes through. Great battles here all the way through, so Shi losing out dramatically here compared to his race 2 form. This is nowhere near, and I don't know what he's changed, or whether the tyres aren't just working for him in the 3rd race, or the heat is affecting him, but either way, he's not the man he was just a couple of hours ago in the other race on the podium.
Yeah, he was there at the beginning of the race, wasn't he? But maybe he's just ended up baking that tyre a little bit too much, and is really, really suffering the price now as the spare telltale as well. If we look at the lap time difference, you can see the gap. And now look, Skeets coming up to the back of Mansell as well. Can Skeets do anything with 2 laps remaining? Last lap.
This is last lap now. So yeah. Oh, a puff of smoke. Somebody's gone off into the, that's Matriano Lim in the 739 in the purple and pink, just going round. But this is the last lap, so let's hope he doesn't affect the circumstances, because Skeets really wants to go at trying to get 2nd place. Belinsky out front and in control. It's been a superb weekend for Roman.
Skeets closes in the gap more and more. We're coming up to the section where we will be seeing yellow flags unless the other cars manage to get away, but looking at the other cameras. You can just see him there. He's still stuck. So there'll be double yellow
He's
flags.
offline,
Drivers know to be super cautious through that point. But
You got to let that go, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Liam's just got probably that little bit too far away at this point to do anything with it. But if he gets a good exit out of here, not enough.
No, I don't think it's going to happen. He's going to have to be a bonsai move if he does it. But here comes the top three. Skeets in third, Mansell in second, but led by Roman Belinsky. It's been his weekend so far. Taupo will be remembered as the moment when this youngster from Great Britain with the Polish flag, Mansell getting very close, but it's a regal performance by Roman as he takes the checkered flag, and Belinsky is brilliant again. And once again, as we've so often seen in the past, M2 competition come out victors. Check on the results then. It's the Pole, Roman Belinsky, who takes the win. For M2 competition, Christian Mansell and Giles Motorsport take second. Liam Skeets in M2 competition third. Crosby in fourth position. Michael Shin of South Korea in fifth place. Nicola Lacorte of Italy sixth. Caleb Nato of New Zealand in seventh. Titus Sherlock of the USA and Texas in eighth. Patrick Woods-Toff of Canada ninth. And Elliot Cleary from Australia 10th. Gerard Z of China. Tommy Smith, Caden Probst, Jake Bonilla, Jet Bowling, who went off into the woods for a minute, and Lucas Facuri gets the result. Landon Matriano Lim takes 17th. That's how it went in our feature race for the Denny Hulme Memorial Trophy.
Roman Belinsky, my goodness, mate, you are just carving this field up at the moment.
Oh, I mean, I don't know what to say. I can't thank the team enough. They've done a great job, and what a race. Good few overtakes, and no, I'm so happy.
Let's be blunt. Where do you feel you're getting the other drivers at the moment?
I don't really want to say, because then I'm giving away what's maybe.
Oh, come on.
No, but I think we have a very good race pace, and obviously that's shown, so yeah, can't complain.
You lead the championship right now, my friend.
Yeah, very good, but there's also 4 more rounds and some very good drivers, so we'll see what happens. We'll keep pushing, and yeah, we'll do our best.
Perfect answer.
Yeah.
Hold on, mate.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
A brilliant weekend for Belinsky now means he leads the championship by some 25 points over Liam Skeets of New Zealand. Australia's Christian Mansell is third, and leading the rookies in fifth is Alex Crosby of New Zealand. Next time, we're at Manfield and Circuit Chris Amon. Until then, from me, Jonathan Green, goodbye for now.